King Charles' coronation will come to a spectacular end with a magnificent flypast over Buckingham Palace. But as the Mirror revealed, spots on the palace balcony to greet the crowds and wave to the planes overhead are limited indeed. Joining the King and Queen Camilla will be working royals only, with just their closest and most loyal family members alongside them to show the vision of a slimmed-down monarchy, royal sources said. This means the balcony moment will be limited to just 15 royals, who include the Prince and Princess of Wales and their children, as well as the new Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Prince Edward and Sophie. However, it also means there are many royals who won't find themselves on the balcony to celebrate the coronation, and here we take a look at who they are. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It is not yet even known if Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will make the trip over to the UK to watch Charles and Camilla crowned. But if they decide to take up a place on the balcony, they won't find a place for themselves on the balcony. That's because the final group of 15 shows there is no place for the Sussexes. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have still not responded to an official invitation by the King, although rumors of their demands to be included on the balcony are said to be wide of the mark, according to palace insiders. It follows a precedent set by the late Queen, who didn't invite them onto the balcony at Trooping the Colour during her Platinum Jubilee celebrations last year. Should Harry and Meghan appear on the balcony at the coronation? Vote in our poll here to have your say. However, unlike Trooping the Colour at last year's Jubilee, it appears there is no place on the balcony. Lady Louise Windsor and James, the new Earl of Wessex, the children of Edward and Sophie. The late Queen made an exception to her rule of working royal only for her youngest grandchildren Louise, now 19 and a student at St Andrews University, and 15-year-old James to be on the balcony last year. But now it appears that the King won't be making an exception for them again come May 6. Speaking on the Mirror's royal podcast Pod Save the King, the Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers said, "I think it is interesting that the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's children won't be there because we did see them on the balcony during Trooping the Colour during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee last year." However, documents that I have seen, it is there in black and white that they were not part of the plans. Some may say that James has just been given this promotion to Earl of Wessex. Lady Louise is now 19. She's now been seen at a couple of engagements with her parents. We know she had a huge bond with the late Duke of Edinburgh, but they are not working royals, so it doesn't make sense to put them front and center if Charles wants to let people see this vision, slimmed-down monarchy, in the flesh. Meanwhile, another royal who won't be on the balcony after being banned from it during the Platinum Jubilee is Prince Andrew. The disgraced Duke of York, 63, was forced to step back from royal life in 2019 after being embroiled in a sex abuse scandal which he denied. This means he will also be banished from appearing at the monarch's side during his big moment in front of an expected crowds of thousands outside the palace and down the mall. A source with knowledge of the plan said, "The king has been very clear who he wants to represent the monarchy. There is little room for sentiment. This is a state occasion, not a family occasion, and it is right that only the working members of the family are there at the big public moment." Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Meanwhile, their status as non-working royals also means that Andrew's daughters Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie won't be on the balcony. During the reign of the late Queen, her granddaughters were often at the side of their granny during balcony appearances at the likes of Trooping the Colour. However, at last year's Jubilee there was now place for them on the balcony, despite their princess and HRH titles. But despite this, Eugenie shared some amazing footage on social media of her, Beatrice and their husbands enjoying the flypast at Trooping the Colour from the St. James Palace roof. Zara and Mike Tyndall. Joining her cousins away from the balcony will be Zara Tyndall and husband Mike, who are also non-working royals. Zara, the king's niece and former IMA celebrity. Get Me Out of Here contestant Mike have their own careers and sponsorship deals and don't carry out any duties on the monarch's behalf. And last year during the Jubilee, they too joined Beatrice and Eugenie on the St. James Palace roof to watch the Trooping the Colour fly past. Later, Mike revealed on his podcast The Good, the Bad and the Rugby they then enjoyed a cousin's lunch, which he described as a highlight. Meanwhile, the group of 15 royals who will be on the balcony include Zara's mum Princess Anne, who will be joined by her husband Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence. Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, who spent so much time with the late Queen in the final years of her life, will also be present. As will Prince William and Kate with their children Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. The Duke of Kent, 87, a working royal and first cousin of both the late Queen and Prince Philip, will also attend alongside his sister Princess Alexandra, 86. Our source said their attendance on the balcony would be confirmed on the day owing to individual health problems. The Duke and Duchess of Gloucester have also been asked by the King to join him and Camilla.